Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I have a little thrift haul and I have a little visit. Actually, a little visit for a couple of things. Let's do the thrift haul first. It's a tiny little thrift haul. Our little store in town still just has minimal things on the shelves. And I really thought the shelves would be by now, because it's been open for about 2 weeks, I really thought the shelves would be a bit more overflowing because they've cut back on their hours so that they can clean and restock without customers in the store. And they've had 2 weeks where they have now been allowing donations again. So I don't know if anyone else is like me. Like, I had 3 full boxes of stuff because of the pandemic and, being stuck in the house and just cleaning and sorting and going through things. So, and everyone I talked to is the same way. They just had tons and tons of stuff and couldn't wait until they could start donating again. So I don't understand. Why the lack. And anyhow, so I have a few books. I went to, this is actually a combination of 2 thrift hauls now that I think about it, because one stack, it's only 4, but one little lot of books I got the other day when I went, or I had to go over to a town, 2 towns over from ours. And they've got usually a pretty good little thrift store, but I didn't get much there except for these couple of books. And then today at my own thrift store here in town, I only had luck at the one store. I did go to both, but only one store had really anything worthwhile. The other little store, I don't know, it seems to be suffering as well. I don't understand it. It doesn't seem to just be my store. It seems to be all the stores in the area are really lacking in cool stuff on the shelves right now. So we'll see. Anyhow, so I got a few things. Anyways, so I just thought I liked this. I thought this could be nice. I thought I could fussy cut around there, and then I thought those would look nice maybe along the edge of a page or as a little tuck spot, just the one little area. I don't know. It's worth an experiment. What did I pay? 79 cents. I'll try and remember to to show you the price, but I don't always remember. And then these 2, again, similar thing. I like the corner. I think that they would make, I'm going to tea dye these ones. They're way too white. Whoever donated them, she was a lovely laundress, because these should be covered in stains, and they're lovely. So, but I thought that they would make very, maybe pretty corners, or I'm also thinking maybe on the cover of a book, or I don't know yet. We'll see. But this one definitely needs to be these 2 need to be tea dyed. This one is already a nice natural shade. I'm going to leave it alone. So I got that. Thank goodness for thrift stores. You can get Dollarama for less price. I think that's Dollarama. That's yellow and green. Hold on. Yeah, Dollarama. Anyhow, you know what? It's not bad. Some of them I don't like. I don't like this. I'll get them redonated, but I liked the alphabet in it. And there's another alphabet. And I liked this. I love when scrapbook paper looks like wallpaper. That looks like old wallpaper. But I think there was another gold one back here that I really wasn't very... Eesh. That's not me. That one I like. I wish these were bigger. Anyhow, you know what? I'm happy with that for 50 cents. I found this Beauty Counselor little jar. Isn't it cute? It's a little old jar. The inside's kind of worn out. I figured I could keep something in it, whether it's, I keep all my rusty pins just in pill bottles. That might be pretty to keep some of my rusty pins in. So there was no price on it. So the lady at the cash said, well, I don't know, 10 cents. And I said, deal. So that was nice. So these books that I got, this one, I just liked it. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can lift up a bit. I'm going to pause you for a second. This is not a good angle. Much better. So I initially liked this just because it's kind of grungy and it's kind of green and yellow. I couldn't read the spine very well. And when I opened it, I actually rather like it. I'm actually going to read it first before it becomes a junk journal. It will become a junk journal, but I do want to read it. Tomorrow Will Be Better. It's written by Betty Smith. And Betty Smith wrote my absolute favorite book in the whole wide world, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn is the first book that actually made me sob out loud. Absolutely sitting on my sofa sobbing out loud. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I love that book. So I'm actually looking forward to reading this. So I'm going to read it first. And what is it? 1948. Okay. The first Canadian edition. Interesting. Hope ever urges on and tells us tomorrow will be better. Well, let's hope that's the truth, eh? What we're going through right now in so many different ways. Anyhow, I love A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. If any of you who know the story behind A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, about a young girl named Francie Nolan, if you moved the location from Brooklyn to Toronto and renamed Francie Nolan Jerry Hodgins, it would be my mom's life story, except throw in a few more Irish children in there that are hungry and skinny, and the mother trying hard to make ends meet with a lovable scoundrel who has an alcohol problem. That was my mother's childhood. So I think that's part of the reason why A Tree Grows in Brooklyn just brought me to tears several times. Just imagining my mom and how she came out of it all and came out of it not bitter. And Francie was the same way. By the end of the book, you feel very hopeful for Francie in A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. And of course, I've always loved that name ever since. And so far, 16 grandchildren, and I don't have a Francie yet in any of the grandchildren. So look, we got 2 more babies arriving in the next 6 weeks. We've actually got one, I think, next week, and then we have another one in about a month. Do you think we'll get a Francie? We'll see. If not, I'll just have to get a cat someday and name it Francie so I can have a Francie. I didn't name any of my own children Francie either. Mind you, I hadn't read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn until I was an adult. So I was happy to find this one. And I didn't even mind that it was a little bit more than what I usually pay for a book. Mostly because I'm going to read it and then I'm going to make it beautiful. I can see putting something really pretty on this and just making this a really beloved junk journal. So I got that one. I got these 2. I'm not sure whether I'm going to make them into junk journals or whether I'm going to give these someday as giveaways, or I'm not sure. I'm going to think about it. One is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and the other is Through the Looking Glass. And I don't know. I've never actually read Alice in Wonderland or Through the Looking Glass. And here's how much I am unaware. I thought they were one book. And it appears they are 2 different books. I don't know. I could be wrong. Well, let me know. I know you are all such a wealth of inspiration and information to me. So, and that for that reason, part of me worries that I wouldn't do it justice. Mind you, I do a lot of I do a lot of books that I've never read, and I feel like I do them justice. So I don't know. 1965 is this one, Alice's Adventure in Wonderland, and this one is, let's see, 65 as well. The illustrations are lovely, and I love black and white illustrations when they're done really nicely. And these, of course, are beautiful. So, we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to have to think on these two. I did like them also because I like this unusual shape. Hold on and let me grab 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. So really unusual shape for a book. They feel like they're long, and it's long and slender. So we'll see. And I got this one simply because it's a cruddy looking old book and it's a nice size. And I like the color. It's kind of an ocean blue color. And it is the Glorious Shannon's Old Blue Duster. And it's got some ships on it. And it says, and other faded flags of fadeless fame. Boy, that's alliteration there, eh? Faded flags of fadeless fame. Faded flags of fadeless fame. Yeah. 1923, so almost 100 years old. Not bad. Let's see if there's any. I didn't even look to see if there's illustrations. Oh, there's. Boy, illustrations aren't all that wonderful. But sometimes the books that I least expect end up becoming some of my favorite books to refurbish. So never say never, right? So I got that. I got this at the same store. It's a planter, and I just fell in love with it. This is really unusual for me to get, but he was just sitting there up on the shelf calling out to me, and I have a philodendron that just grows like a weed, and it actually grows beautifully in water. So sometimes when I find an interesting container that I don't have to put dirt in, I could put water in, and this one doesn't have any, as far as I know, it doesn't have any chips or holes, so I can put water in it, and I can just grow this philodendron out of this beautiful baby. Yeah, and it says on it, so I don't know how old it is. Any of you vintage people could tell me. It's still got the sticker on it. It says Relpo. The numbers are 1906, and it says Japan. So I don't know if there's anything under here. I'm going to lift it and see. They didn't have any colors on sale today. Usually they'll have, no, there's nothing under there. I'll finish taking it off anyways. So who knows, but you know what? He called my name. There's no chips on him. He's in lovely condition. Usually the ears are chipped. When you find something like this, you'll find little chips and cracks because they plant and then they pull out the plant and put another plant in, and before you know it, they're cracked. So I thought, oh, sorry, I poked you in the eye. I don't know. It just spoke to me. I'm not one for buying tchotchke very much anymore, and I used to buy tons of tchotchke, and I don't anymore. But that today I did. So who knows? So here's some books from the other store that I got the other day from the Pansy series. Mrs. Solomon Smith, Looking On. The Pansy's books are a series of books I've learned. So they're quite pretty. This one cracks me up because, here, let me open it up and I can show you. So it's called Mrs. Solomon Smith looking on. But they actually, they hyphenated looking on. Like why they didn't do Mrs. Solomon Smith looking on. Like that sort of thing drives me nuts. And for a publisher to do that back then, it just irks me. On the other hand, I kind of think it's charming that they thought, oh yeah, we'll just put a hyphen in right here. I don't know. And then this one's cute, little fishers and their nets. And I love, there's an inscription in it from a Sunday school teacher in both of them. It's obviously the same young lady that donated them. Where is it? Awarded to Minnie Bay for coming second on the honor roll from Daisy Hill. And this one's the same thing. Minnie Bay got this one as well. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Awarded to Minnie Bays. Oh, Minnie Bays. For coming second on the honor roll, Christmas 1907. I was glad they wrote that because there's no date in here. So at least I know that it's approximately 1907. Anyhow, so those are cute. I like this one. This is just an English grammar book, but I loved the color of it. It's Miller and Company's educational series, English Grammar. I love how beautifully round this spine is. So this is going to have to be a small junk journal because there's no way I want to hurt that spine. It's so pretty. And this one's older, 1878. So I think, hold on. Oh, of course, now I'm not going to be able to find it. There was something I wanted to show you. Come on. Nope. It'll come to me later. So I like that. The next book is the, every once in a while you just find a beautiful thing. And this next book, it's huge and it's gorgeous. Opera Singers. And I suspect that's Kobe. Kobe. It's got an accent aigu on it, so Kobe. The gentleman's first name was Gustav Kobe. Anyhow, this book is, I believe 1906. It's huge. It is 12 inches by 9.5 inches. It's really big. What year? 1913. So it's over 100 years old. It's photographs of opera singers and a little profile on the opera singer of the year. It turns out this gentleman, Gustav Kobe, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, used to put one of these out every year of the latest prima donnas and what would the gentleman be called of an opera? You know, I only know prima donna because thanks to prima donna, first lady. I can't sing more than 8 seconds, or Sir Andrew Lloyd might sue me. Anyhow, it's just these photos. And then it's got pages of photos of 4, which I love even more, in costume. They're just beautiful. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at this. So beautiful. I just love this book. And no shrieking. Anyone who's not a junk journaler, I will happily cut this book up. It's so beautiful. The paper is kind of yellowy, creamy color now. The photos are gorgeous. And I did look it up. It's not that expensive. There were so many published, and he put them out every year. So this isn't Although to me it's precious, it's really not that precious as far as being collectible. But I just love it. Look at all the different Brunhildas. I love it. So this was a really, really great find. This is probably my favorite thing besides the little bunny planter. So I was happy to get that. Now, what else did I get? Oh, now I found a little knife, and you might laugh at me, but if any of you have actually taken a minute to go over and check out Sophia at Save Your Books, she uses a knife to separate papers in her book restoration projects. So, and I'm really fortunate. I have a son-in-law who actually sharpens knives. So I got him a few steak knives from thrift stores to experiment on. And boy, did he do a good job. So he did this one. He shortened it up and he sharpened it. That is actually as sharp as a razor blade. I could probably shave my legs with this thing. And it's just beautiful for pulling apart, lifting papers and getting in there. And I just thought, I'm keeping that, Greg put that case on it for me, thank goodness, because it's really sharp. But I just thought I liked the shape of this. So I'm hoping that he can grind this down and give it a really nice sharp edge. Because I also like the little stub of a, it's obviously for dip, it's from one of those series. But I'll get him to take a look and see if this is something that he would be able to do. He's a pretty handy guy. So I got that. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and it's so important and I need your help. If you're not already subscribed, I need you to subscribe. I am like 9 subscribers away from having 1,000 subscribers, which will allow me to do live craft-alongs, got a G on there. So I thought I'm starting to put together a stack of my favorite things because I'm going to do a giveaway. Once I get to 1,000, I'm not going to do it before then because I want everyone to be able to get in on it. Even my long time subscribers, I want them to be able to get in on it. So I thought I wanted to put something together that's light, that I can cram in a padded envelope. And I just thought, you know what? Lately I'm going nuts working with doilies and laces and things like that. So I'm putting together a few of my favorite things and whatever I can stuff into a padded envelope. I love airmail. I love guest book spreads. So there's a tea-dyed guest book spread. Here's some of my favorite garden diary sheets that I have tea-dyed. So I will be putting some of those in. I'm not done. So this is just to give you a little taste. And I will open this up worldwide. I'm taking a chance, but I will open this up worldwide because I don't think it'll take much to mail this wherever it needs to go. So if you're not already a subscriber, please click subscribe so that I can hit 1,000. And as soon as I hit 1,000, I'm going to finish putting this together this afternoon. And when I hit 1,000, I will show what's going to be in the little goodie giveaway. And then I will come up with the question. Last time I got so many phenomenal sandwich suggestions, and I am going to come up with a suggestion. That comment section was just the best. It was just the best. That's where I learned about putting beetroot on sandwiches. I had never had beetroot on a sandwich in my life. I'd never even thought of that. And it's delicious. I've got to tell you, it's delicious. So that's my plan. And hopefully it will happen soon, like in the next day or two. If we can hit 1,000, I better get to work right now and get my little pile together. This is just little fabric, little roll of my favorite. This is the fabric that I'm working on right now. That's on the cover of of the British nation that I'm working on right now. Where are you, British nation? This little guy, that fabric right there. This is a little roll of that. So anyhow, I'm going to get going. I've got work to do. And thanks for visiting with me. And I hope that you're all safe and healthy. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.